recording. And now, yes, we start now. I hear the presentation and well, now we'll listen to the conversation of Dr. Martin and Mr. Wood, and let us move to AHA. Before we start listening, I would like you to focus on this slide, which deals with abbreviations. You know that abbreviations are commonly used in medical practice just to take the brief notes. And here are some examples of such kind of abbreviations. And now I would like you to have a look at them and to guess their meaning. So, Abdul Rahman, what do you think of the first abbreviation? What does it stand for? Or it's just shortening, it's like of some words.
Yes,
Abdul, yes, Abdul
I
Rahman.
know about the second one. I think it's about the blood pressure or something like this.
About the second, blood pressure. And in the second BP, blood pressure, these letters, the other letters, what do they stand for? Like 100 to 70, what? Millimeters, right?
Millimeter.
Of mercury. Yes, because mercury is used in this kind of device for some devices for measuring the blood pressure. What about the first one? If I ask Ahmad, can you comment on the first line?
Yeah, it is mentioned the pulse, which is 100 per minutes.
Per minute, right. So the next is for Mohammad Aib, please. Number 3. Is Mohammad Aib here?
Yes, teacher. Yes, I'm here.
So please, number 3, what are the letters?
And GVP is, I think it's for jugular venous pressure.
Yes, you're right. And
Repeated.
yes, right. Well, the fourth one is for Zaina.
Yes, for the, I know it's CVS, it's the chorionic villus sampling, but I don't know what's NAD.
Okay, so you can see that NAD is used in number 4 and in number 9. So NAD stands for no abnormality detected. So, and so in number 4 and number 9, we can see the final S at the end of the first word. So CVS, this is a kind of system. What kind of system is it? System of the body.
Can I see?
Yes, please.
It's a central venous system.
Central venous. Is there such a term in medicine? Central venous.
Is it for the abdomen?
So,
Okay. So I mean that this is a cardiovascular system. So also possible. Well, and now the next is for Mohammad Diam.
Yes, Dr. 5. OE, it's once a day.
Once a day. Well, actually, day in Latin. Do you study Latin? I'm not
No.
sure. No.
No, actually.
Yes, Muhammad Khalil. So what
Isn't it on examination?
on examination, right? Yes, number 6 is a widespread inspiratory fine crepitations. Crepitations are sounds in the lungs. And number 7, about audible. Nabil. Is Nabil here? Nabil?
Yes, I'm here.
What does it mean, audible?
Audible mean capable.
Mhm. Capable. What?
Capable, yeah. Heard or capable to being heard, something.
Yes, to hear something. Okay. And then abdomen normal. And yes, the last line, number 9 here is for Tala. Can you comment on number 9? So, Tala, hello. Are you here, Tala? No? Okay, Maris and Halil. What do you think of number 9? Halil, hello. Are you here?
Yes,
Mhm.
I'm here.
Okay, so you can see that NAD stands no abnormality detected in this system. And this system, CNS, what kind of system is it? What kind of systems do you remember in the human body? Not only in the human body. Yes, who can just
Enter the central nervous system.
exactly, this is central nervous system. So we'll deal with more just abbreviations later. But so for today, it's like this is the meaning of these abbreviations on this slide. And I would like to just you to pay attention to crepitation. Crepitation is a peculiar cracking, crinky, or grating sound around the lungs. And so the rest is given here. And so I guess these abbreviations will be used by Dr. Martin.
Listening 3.
Just taking some the history of complaint. And now we are going to listen to the part of a conversation between Dr. Martin, he's a doctor in A&D, and Mr. Wood. As you listen, please make your own notes about Mr. Wood's presenting complaint. So, and doctor is working in accident and emergency. Well, yeah, I guess you need some paper to write to make notes about Mr. Wood. Yes, Tala is coming. Tala, are you here? Well, now I'm going to just turn on the recording and you should tell me whether you're here or not.
Listening 3.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Listening 3.
Good morning, Mr. Wood. I'm Dr. Martin, one of the doctors in A&E. What's brought you here today?
I've got this chest pain.
And you seem to be having some trouble catching your breath.
Yes.
Would you like me to give you some painkillers before we go on?
Yes, please.
Okay, we'll get some for you. And I'll be as brief as I can.
Thank you, Doctor.
Can you show me exactly where the pain is?
I've been getting it right here, in the centre of my chest.
Right, I see. And how long have you had it?
For the past hour.
The past hour. And is the pain constant?
Yes. At the moment, it's there all the time.
And does it go anywhere else?
At the moment, it's just here in the centre of my chest. But it was in my left shoulder before.
Can you describe the pain for me?
It's all over here. It's not a sharp pain. It's like a tightness, as if someone's squeezing my chest.
And when did the pain start first?
It came on first when I was bending over in the garden about 2 weeks ago.
It's okay. Take your time.
And then I got this dull pain and I had shortness of breath.
So it started with you bending over in the garden, And the shortness of breath started at the same time?
Yes.
Have you had this pain before?
Not the pain in the chest, no. I had a pain in my left shoulder and arm when I was walking to work one morning about a month ago.
Okay. I see from the notes that you're a bus driver.
Yes, that's right. Not the best of jobs to be starting at 5 on a frosty morning.
No, definitely not. Did you do anything about the pain?
I thought it was a touch of arthritis. There'd been a heavy frost and I'd just rubbed some liniment into it.
How long did it last?
Off and on for about a week. And then I didn't think any more of it.
Okay. And have you felt sick at all?
Yes.
And have you been sick at all?
No. I haven't brought anything up.
Okay. I'd like to ask you some questions.
Well, what do we do understand from the conversation about Mr. Wood's condition? Who would like to say what you've written down?
That
Yes? Mhm.
that he had a pain in his central chest for
The central.
past hour,
Okay, what else?
and he felt it in his shoulder.
Mhm.
But recently it's in his chest, central chest.
I see.
And yes, he felt it at the first time before 2 weeks, I think.
Mhm.
And
see.
yes, that's
Mhm. Well, can anyone add?
Okay.
Yes, please, Zena.
So he had a chest pain and he had a trouble catching his breath, and the doctor offered some painkillers and the patient accepted. And he asked where the pain was, and he pointed on the center of the chest, and he said that the pain is constant. And then when he asked if the pain goes, he said that at the moment it's just if it moves anywhere in the body. He said that at the moment it's just in the chest, but before it was in on the left shoulder. And should I continue?
Yes, please. Mhm.
Okay, and then for describing the pain, he said that the pain was sharp pain. It was, he felt some tightness and as if someone is squeezing his chest.
Mhm.
And then he said that he started feeling this pain 2 weeks ago when he was bending over in the garden. And he asked if he had this pain before. He said that he did not have the pain in the chest because it came recently, but he had pain in his left shoulder.
Mhm.
And yeah.
Okay, yes, very detailed information. So does anyone want to add the information that we haven't mentioned yet? Mhm. Well, look, sometimes we have problems with understanding what we listen to. And just, of course, it takes, especially, so for example, if you are talking to a patient in a distance, like online or on the phone, so you need to develop this listening skill and how to make it. If we miss some information and we just want to improve our listening skills, we should do like we listen for the first time, and then we should just make notes, and then we
Listening 3.
if it is possible, find the script to the listening. Like here's the script to the conversation or the conversation. And now let us listen for the second time and just to focus on some details and compare what we have understood from the first listening and maybe clear out some more details. So this can help us to develop the listening skill. Now, let us listen for the second time.
Listening 3.
Good morning, Mr. Wood. I'm Dr. Martin, one of the doctors in A&E. What's brought you here today?
I've got this chest pain.
And you seem to be having some trouble catching your breath.
Yes.
Would you like me to give you some painkillers before we go on?
Yes, please.
Okay, we'll get some for you. And I'll be as brief as I can.
Thank you, Doctor.
Can you show me exactly where the pain is?
I've been getting it right here, in the centre of my chest.
Right, I see. And how long have you had it?
For the past hour.
The past hour. And is the pain constant?
Yes. At the moment, it's there all the time.
And does it go anywhere else?
At the moment, it's just here in the centre of my chest. But it was in my left shoulder before.
Can you describe the pain for me?
It's all over here. It's not a sharp pain. It's like a tightness, as if someone's squeezing my chest.
And when did the pain start first?
It came on first when I was bending over in the garden about 2 weeks ago.
It's okay. Take your time.
And then I got this dull pain and I had shortness of breath.
So it started with you bending over in the garden, and the shortness of breath started at the same time?
Yes.
Have you had this pain before?
Not the pain in the chest, no. I had a pain in my left shoulder and arm when I was walking to work one morning about a month ago.
Okay. I see from the notes that you're a bus driver.
Yes, that's right. Not the best of jobs to be starting at 5 on a frosty morning.
No, definitely not. Did you do anything about the pain?
I thought it was a touch of arthritis. There'd been a heavy frost and I'd just rubbed some liniment into it.
How long did it last?
Off and on for about a week. And then I didn't think any more of it.
Okay. And have you felt sick at all?
Yes.
And have you been sick at all?
No. I haven't brought anything up.
Okay. I'd like to ask you some questions.
Well, now, did it help? I mean, do you understand more from the conversation now?
Yes.
So what do you understand from the second conversation which you didn't get from the first?
Maybe that he thought it was arthritis. Yeah, the last bit, I didn't catch it when I was listening.
I see. Okay, so anyway, just we have the idea about the condition of Mr. Wood. And
Listening through.
so I would like you to answer the questions here. The first question, Mohammad Aib, will you read it? Hello, Mohammad Aib. Are you here? No, minus. Well, so Mohammad Viam?
Yes, Doctor.
Did you ask me?
Mohammad Viam, please, the first question.
Yes. What does Mr. Wood do?
Can you answer?
I think he's a bus driver, maybe.
The bus driver. Yes, right, you are. He says it's not a good job to get up on a frosty morning. Okay, so then the question about Socrates model. Nabil, are you here, Nabil?
Yes. Does Dr. Martin follow Socrates' model?
Does he?
I think yes. I didn't focus about all of them, but the first question was about the site, which is right, and the second question was about when did the pain start.
Yes, actually, he tries to follow this model, right? And about the shoulder pain, Tala, are you here? Tala?
Yes, doctor.
So, did you get the idea about the shoulder pain? What is the correct diagnosis for the shoulder pain?
It's the correct diagnosis of the body of the shoulder pains it's about the body describe of the pain. It's about a sharp pain and like a statement of someone uses of the shoulder pain diagnosis.
Yes. What kind of disease did Mr. Wood think of when he had the pain in his left shoulder? Yes,
It's
Tala?
about the beginning.
Yes. So the internet connection is bad. So who can answer this question?
Arthritis.
Yes, arthritis. So the touch of arthritis. And then Halil, are you here?
It's a diagnosis about the shoulder.
Yes, just Tala. We can't hear you. Is Halil here?
Yes, doctor, I'm here.
So we'll read the last question, please.
Yes, what is the immediate treatment for this disease? I think it's painkiller.
Painkillers. Are you speaking about shoulder pain? Or the condition of Mr. Wood now?
No, about the chest pain.
The chest pain, yes. Painkillers first. So some kind of administration of aspirin. Yes, just the beginning of the treatment. And of course, the doctor should just prescribe some tests. Okay, so and now we were listening to the doctor and the patient, and so let us focus on some grammar issues here. Tenses in presenting complaint. So understanding the time that patients are referring to when they speak, this is crucial to making a correct diagnosis. And when they describe the condition to the doctor, they can use so the following tenses that just belong to the present group. The verbs can be used in the present simple, present continuous, present perfect, or present perfect continuous tense. And the question is, what is the difference between these four tenses? If we start with the present simple, when do we use the present simple? When do we use the verbs in the present simple tense? What kind of condition can be described with the help of the present simple? Abdelrahman.
Yes, doctor. Can you read the question? Just I was talking with my brother. Sorry.
So you should focus on English during our English class. So
Yeah, doctor, I know, but I'm sorry.
What kind of action do we describe when we use the verb in the present simple tense? When should we use the present simple tense? Yes, Abdelrahman.
Yes, doctor. When we talking with any person.
For example, with your brother, yes.
About something now it's happening now.
About what kind of action? About past events, present events, future events, or what?
No, present. About present life. Yeah.
Present condition. Okay, so good. And what is the difference between the present simple and present continuous? I mean, when do we use the present continuous tense? Ahmad.
Present. Okay.
Yes, Ahmad, please. Ahmad, hello. Are you here?
Yes, doctor, I am.
So, Ahmad.
Yeah.
When do we use present continuous?
Yes. Is R and ing.
Exactly. This is the form and the function.
Yeah, it's used for the function of present continuous, yeah?
Right. What is it?
Yeah, so the function of present continuous, it's like to talk about something is continuing and present and show that is ongoing action is happening now, either at the moment speech or now in a large sense. Yeah. So can be used to show that is the action is going to take place in the near future.
Exactly, you are right. Yes. So also some future actions. Good. What about the form of the present perfect and the function of this tense? So Zaina, what do you remember? Present
So I
perfect.
think for the present perfect, it's talking about like a past event, but it kind of has like some future consequences. For example, I have lived here in this house since I was 4. Is this correct?
Yes, it's correct. It started, it is used to speak about the events that started in the past, but why is it called present perfect? And why is it called perfect?
Because it still has present consequences. Like it still
Okay, yes, consequences in the form of result, for example, some effect on present. So, and you were right about I have lived here for 5 years, for example. Yes, if you say.
Yeah.
So we normally use for or since in the sentences when we use a verb in the present perfect tense. And the present perfect continuous. So what do you do? What do you remember about this form, Mohammad Viam?
Yes, doctor. So the present perfect continuous, it's like shows that something has started like in the past and it's continuing at the present time.
Yes, so the process is also in focus here. Okay,
Yes.
so just we refreshed what we know about these tenses. Now I just would like to summarize and give some examples. With the present simple, it can show several actions like something that is true at the moment of speaking, and the example is I feel better. So then something that is happening on a regular basis around now, like in the example, I get these headaches in the morning regularly every morning. So that is why get is used in the simple form. A condition, when I lean forward, the pain goes away. Or the pain starts in my chest and moves up to my shoulder. So this is about the present simple tense and the present continuous. The tense is used to talk about something that is happening at the moment of speaking, like his blood pressure is rising. Two parts. The verb consists of 2 parts. This is present continuous, and I'm having difficulty breathing also. Then something that is happening around now, but not though not necessarily at the moment of speaking. Are you taking any medication? It means not now, this moment, but this week, for example. And I'm having chest pains just now, so for some days, for example. And we've also mentioned this function of the present continuous tense. It is used to talk about something that has been arranged for a date in the near future. The example just makes it clear. I'm seeing a psychotherapist next Wednesday. I have an arrangement next Wednesday with my doctor. So I'm seeing my doctor next Wednesday. It means that I planned this beforehand, and it will happen for sure 100%. So this is also one of the functions of the present continuous tense. And here is the information about the verbs that shouldn't be used in the continuous form, whether it's present continuous, past continuous, or future continuous. So for example, the use of the verb have in the present continuous to refer to the moment of speaking is more limited than in the present simple. It means that in the meaning of possession, I have a book, for example. This verb is shouldn't be used in the continuous form. But it can be used in continuous form if it is a part of such expressions as have difficulty doing something, have something to eat, have a shower. For example, we can say that at the moment he's having a shower. So it's possible to use it in continuous form. And as for the other verbs that should be or shouldn't be used in continuous form, they are so the verbs which describe actions, for example, cook, make, can be used in the present simple or continuous, in both of them. Like in the example, I'm making the lunch. It's continuous, or I usually make the lunch at the weekend. It's simple form. So this is about action verbs. But there are some verbs which describe states or feelings, not actions. For example, love, need, be. They are non-action verbs and they are not usually used in the present continuous tense, even if we mean now at the moment. So, and here are some examples of common non-action verbs. They are agree, be, believe, belong, depend, forget, hate, hear, know, like, love, matter, mean, need, prefer, realize, recognize, remember, seem, suppose. Well, and also some more verbs. So just before we just use a verb in a particular tense, we should analyze whether it's action verb or non-action verb, and whether we can use it in continuous form or not. Well, and so there is some information about the present perfect tense. So here we use this tense to talk about a situation that begins in the past, and we've said about this, and which either continues up to the present or is related to the present in some way. So it does not tell us how slowly or how quickly something has happened, only that this is the way the situation stands now, and it has some effect on the present situation. And the example here says, my headaches have decreased. For example, I took some pills, some painkillers, for example, and the effect of this, so the headaches, they started in the past, and with the help of the painkillers, they have decreased. This, we have the result now. And the present perfect continuous tense, we use this tense in a similar way to the present perfect, but the continuous form describes a progressive change in a situation up to now. For example, my headaches, they start in the past. And I took, I was just taking the painkillers for 3 days, and my headaches have been decreasing for the last 3 days. So the focus is not only on the result, but also on the progressive change of the process. So this is the meaning of the present perfect continuous tense. And now, yes, there is the information about so there are some practical sentences here, and we can see the diagram to the left. The diagrams, they represent each of the tenses that we have spoken about. The first diagram, present simple. On the timeline, we can see the action that the present simple describes related to now, the regular action. The second diagram represents the present continuous tense, which started in the past, that has some is going on now, maybe will finish in future. Then number 3, present perfect, which started in the past and just has some result, and the present perfect continuous. also as the present perfect focus is on the result of the action and also on the process that it lasted. It took some time. And yes, now it's time to pause our class. Now we will have